Welcome to the Workamper Show, brought to you by Workamper.com. This podcast helps you discover how to finance your RV travel dreams. Each one of our episodes will introduce you to people who are already living the RV lifestyle or to work camping opportunities all around the U.S. You'll also learn how to hit the road the right way and make the most of every opportunity. Now let's turn over today's show to your host, Greg Gerber.
Today we're diving into the world of digital marketing with a special focus on search engine optimization, or SEO. It is one of the most powerful and cost-effective ways to get more visibility for your business, whether it is online or traditional company. Today's episode is brought to you by Workamper News. Since 1987, they've been helping businesses of all types to find and recruit Workampers. Workampers serve in a variety of positions around the country to help further the mission of great businesses. When you become an employer member at Workamper.com, you'll have access to resources and support to help you develop and implement your Workamper recruiting strategy. In today's market, it's more challenging than ever to keep a flow of applicants coming in. Workamper News recommends advertising your current and future Workamper job openings frequently throughout the year, as well as scheduling some time to regularly search the Workamper resume database because new Workampers are joining daily. Workampers like to plan many months ahead, so now is the time to take action to begin developing your Workamper team. Learn more and download a quick start guide for employers at www.workamper.com/employer. My guest today is Alessia Silvestri. She is the founder and owner of Foretell Consulting, a digital marketing agency that helps small businesses grow by enhancing their online presence. With more than 20 years of experience in digital marketing, Alessia has started her career in SEO and web development before expanding into pay-per-click advertising, email marketing, and website design. Alessia explains what SEO is, how it works, and why it is essential for small businesses today. She also shares how search engines, like Google, determine which businesses appear in search results and what steps business owners can take to improve their chances of showing up when potential customers are searching for products or services they offer. Whether you run a campground, are recruiting work campers for seasonal employment, or operate a business from your RV, you'll walk away from this interview with practical tips for making your website easier to find online. To tell us more about search engine optimization and how it can help any company, please welcome Alessia Silvestri to the show. So tell me a little bit about Foretell Consulting and how you started it.
Absolutely. So Foretell Consulting is a digital marketing agency. We provide a series of different digital marketing services, including email and PPC, website development and design, and of course, SEO. We've been around for 3 years. I started Foretell Consulting myself after leaving a previous position on the corporate side. My background in digital marketing, I've been doing this for over 20 years now. It's been a while.
Did you start when you were 6?
Appreciate that. I know I dated myself. Yep, been doing this for quite a while. Actually started off in SEO first, alongside web design and development, and then made my way through all of the different portions of digital marketing. It's just so important to have a holistic approach in your digital marketing efforts. They have a tendency of kind of capitalizing on each other. And so the more harmonized they are, the more results you'll see. And it's just an incredible sector to be a part of. I love helping small businesses grow. And it's really possible with digital marketing, right? You have this opportunity to reach millions of people. And so I really love seeing that for my clients.
That's great. What is SEO?
SEO. So we've all gone on Google and done a search. And when we search, we then have these results on this page that will offer up a series of solutions to whatever our query was. SEO is the practice of ensuring that if someone is querying something relevant to your business, you're the business that's appearing in those search results.
For example, a campground in North Carolina, if somebody were searching for campgrounds in North Carolina, you would want to be at the top of that list. And you wouldn't
Exactly.
necessarily want to pay all the money to get on the top of the list in Idaho and California and Arizona as well.
Exactly. PPC has a very fast return. So that's pay per click when you're paying for those advertisements, but you are paying for them. SEO is an organic, as we call it, is really free. And we tend to see a more relevant audience, a more bottom of funnel audience. So an audience that's ready to actually convert, purchase your services, et cetera, when they do come through organic queries. And so we definitely want to make sure your business shows up for any of those near me queries or local queries.
Okay. And how does it work? You just put in keywords, I understand, and somehow the algorithms find the keywords and elevate the posts and things like that.
So that's a portion of it. I think the important place to start is to think about Google as a business and understanding what Google is trying to provide its users when it's offering up search results. And so, what we want to think is Google wants users to use its search engine more so than any of its competitors. And to do that, it has to ensure that users are having a positive experience with the results that it's generating. And so Google's thinking through, okay, what portion of information on the internet is most relevant to what this person is querying? And then when they land on that page, is the experience positive? Is the end user finding what they need? And so, in light of that, what we want to think about is three really big buckets in the SEO world. The first is technical SEO. A lot of technical SEO revolves around your website experience. Does it load quickly? Is it easy for people to find what they need on your website? All of these elements are elements that Google does actually monitor. Some easy free tools to see where your website is at. You can go to Google Page Speed Insights, and Google will tell you how it scores your website, both on desktop and on mobile. Definitely want to think about the mobile experience. It is crucial. And that is a very big factor of where you'll be ranking when someone is querying your business. And then the second bucket is your on site SEO. And on-site SEO is what most people are most familiar with. I have a lot of content with a lot of keywords that I want to appear for, which is great. We do want to make sure we're not keyword stuffing. Google has evolved in its evaluation of websites that are relevant to the user. So it does monitor how long people are reading your content, how long they're staying there for. So we want to make sure that we don't just have content that's full of keywords. We want to make sure the content is engaging content. It's useful for the end user. Going back to what Google is aiming for and why it's offering the service, we want to make sure we're answering questions for users and that we truly are relevant for the keywords that we're appearing for. And we do that through writing blogs. We have things called titles and metas that each page has that are optimized for specific keywords, and a series of other techniques that we apply for on-site SEO. And then the last bucket is off-site SEO. Well, off-site SEO is all of the websites that are actually driving traffic to you or mentioning you from the outside. That's another crucial element for Google to understand. Okay, what other sites is this site associated with? Is it relevant to the query? Those are all things that Google takes into consideration when it's determining where you belong on the search results.
You had mentioned that Google has evolved over the years, and I know that a lot of websites were impacted recently by the helpful content algorithm change that Google implemented. How does that impact businesses?
Helpful content, again, it's a crucial update with regards to a lot of people generating content via AI. Google's really looking at, again, what content is unique, is really tailored for the question that the person is querying, because their priority is that user experience. And in truth, if we have businesses who are taking the time to write content that is relevant to their audience, that is information that people do want to read, the update is doesn't have a significant impact, right? It's truly only in those instances where we uncover an opportunity to maybe generate content of a different nature or different topics to ensure that we're even engaging an audience. Why content is so important is not just from an SEO perspective, but it also really impacts your brand online. You want to think about being the authority in a space. You want people to come over to you and say, "Oh, this guy's the expert. I know he's got the answer for me." And these types of updates, although most people in SEO will lament, right? Because it does create extra work, it also does uncover these opportunities where not only can you rank better with more helpful content, but you can also really build the authority in the space in which you work.
What impact is AI having in this? A lot of businesses are using AI to create the content. Is that going to help or hinder them in search engine optimization?
So long term, likely hinder is the reality. AI has also made it a bit more difficult for SEO in general because now we have a whole new sector that we have to accommodate. Because Google's intention is this zero click experience, right? Google wants you to be able to query something and the results, the answers to your questions be immediately available to you, as opposed to what it was like maybe 20 years ago, where someone was clicking through over to a website. In that, now we have AI, right? We have Gemini answering questions directly on the search page. And so, again, once we want to think about what content are we writing? Are we answering those questions for people so that Gemini is pulling in our content directly as a resource? We want to be thinking about, again, what the user experience is, what they're most likely to need answers on, information with regards to what they're most likely researching, and then providing that information on our website so that Google can capture that and we can be showing up there at the start, again, not only for SEO purposes, but also for authority.
It sounds like there might be a cost to this if people wanted to do it correctly. Do they have to be paying for keywords and placements and things like that?
So they don't have to pay for keywords and placements. I definitely would recommend, if you're thinking about expanding your business, reaching out to a professional, because there are so many aspects to SEO. However, there are some very easy things that any small business can do. One of the most important things is to make sure that you are in any directories, especially those that are relevant to your industry. But the top ones, everyone knows Google My Business. Make sure you have a Google My Business profile. Make sure it has images and videos. Make sure that if people are leaving you reviews, that you're actually answering those reviews as promptly as you can. And then also making sure that any content that you're generating, you're also posting over to your GMB. You want to put updates there, just informing the public.
What
That's a really big one.
what is a GMB?
Google My Business
Oh,
profile.
okay. Thank you.
Mhm. So Google My Business profiles are those profiles that you see appear to the right-hand side when you're querying. And they do generate a lot of traffic, a lot of conversions for businesses, especially if you're a local business. They are crucial in SEO. One of the best ways to rank well with your Google My Business is, again, just being attentive, responding to any reviews you receive, posting content that is helpful, any information, and reviews. As many of those reviews as you can get, that's ideal for your Google My Business.
Hmm.
And it is the most popular. Everyone does really know about the Google My Business profile, but there are others that are also equally important. For example, Apple Maps. Definitely a directory that you want to find yourself in and you want to optimize for. It's very similar to the Google My Business concept. Bing Places as well is another. These are all profiles that you can create for free, upload any of the imagery that you currently have, videos that you found helpful or that work well for your audience, and they help drive traffic.
I was told that it's helpful to have a presence on all of the review sites like Yelp and the other kinds of things similar to that. Do businesses want to create profiles on those pages as well?
Yes, absolutely. Those are additional directories, as we would call them, right? So think Yelp, Better Business Bureau, great to be there as well. And just making sure you're optimized for them. Wherever you do have reviews, again, that you're answering those reviews as much as you can. That those are all crucial elements.
So then the more links you have to these sites, the better it is for your business. So you would want to join your local Chamber of Commerce to be listed on their site as well, because they are seen as the local authority.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. And it doesn't cost anything to put those profiles on any of those sites?
It
As a
does
general?
not. No.
Okay. Super.
And actually, I don't know if you want to mention this, but there is a scam going around where they will call you and tell you that your listing hasn't been verified and that you need someone to manage it, and they'll pretend that they're Google. Be wary of anyone calling you up for any of these free profiles. Unless you've actively requested that Google verify your listing, Google is unlikely to contact you and ask you to spend any money. These are free products from Google.
I agree, because Google is the largest company in the world without a telephone. You cannot call them, so how could they call you?
Exactly. Unless you spend money. The PPC side is a lot easier to get a hold of a rep, but yeah, I'd definitely say from the organic side, that's true.
How do backlinks work to help another company or a company?
So again, backlinks are really other websites that are referring back to you. So they're building your authority, right? If other people are referencing your content, it must be content of value. It's reputable content, and Google views it that same way. Additionally, as mentioned before, Google is looking at those backlinks and saying, okay, what are you associated with? Let's say you do mobile RV repair, and now a website like, RV Life, for example, is referencing your content. Well, it's clear to Google that there is relevancy in the RV space.
So when we have the Work Camper Show podcast, it is a good idea for employers to be listed and featured on that, because they get an authority, click rank, etc. experience because of it.
That's right. As it's called link juice. That's so you get some link juice, or people are coming through from Workamper. Workamper itself has, of course, quite a bit of traffic, very relevant website, and has its own authority in Google's eyes, in Google's view. And so the fact that you're referenced by a site like Workamper definitely boosts up your credibility on your website.
So being a featured employer on Workamper would be even better, because you have your own page there, and not just a listing link, but a lot of content, including pictures and videos if you wanted to post it.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Not only that, but Workamper also supports from other digital marketing perspectives as well. And so all of that traffic also promotes your landing page, which then in turn is driving that additional traffic over to your website.
What's one thing you wish all business owners knew about SEO?
I wish everyone knew that it takes time, but is worthwhile in the end. I think the majority of business owners would love to see themselves immediately appear first or second within the search engine results page. And frankly, everyone's trying to do the same. So it does take time. It takes effort. I've seen quite a few businesses maybe drop SEO right as it may have started to pick up. Usually takes anywhere between 3 to 6 months to start seeing some significant results within your area. And so I definitely think give SEO time, but it's worthwhile. In the long run, it definitely reduces your costs.
Business owners and undoubtedly get a lot of spam from companies offering to help them with their SEO. What would it take for what should a business look for if they wanted to hire somebody like you to help them with their SEO?
I I think, and this is a lot of Fortel's reason for being in truth, and a lot of our objective in working with small businesses. You're going to want to see transparency. Anyone who is working on your SEO has the capability of reporting, showing you, educating you on what they are doing. They should be able to present to you exactly what they're working on, why they're working on that. The relationship between a digital marketing agency and business owner is crucial, because we hold the knowledge for the digital marketing strategy, but the business owner holds all of the information, the strategy with regards to the business itself, right? And they have that boots on the ground information that can't be compensated for. So that collaboration is crucial. So there should be education that goes back and forth, right? The business owner educating the digital marketing agency, and the agency being very transparent with the business on how things are running, where there's growth, where there's opportunity, just always having those lines of communication open.
A lot of the spam that I receive comes from foreign countries. Is there an advantage to working with a firm in the United States versus perhaps a company in India that might do it for less?
There is, absolutely. So especially in the digital marketing world, what we need to think about is language, communication, right? So a lot of the terminology that we use every day is something that's going to be foreign to someone who doesn't live in the area. And that's particularly true if you're a local business. You probably even want to find someone in your area or in your industry that understands the lingo, what people would be actually querying, to ensure that you're appearing for the right things. So there definitely is a massive advantage to keeping it at home.
That is a great piece of advice. How can people connect with you if they wanted to see if they could work with you and Fortel?
Sure. So you can head on over to my website, fortelconsult.com, where you can reach out either via form or the phone number on our website. And we'd be happy to discuss. Even if you just have questions, we love to help people out. So feel free to reach out.
Super. That's all the questions that I had. So I appreciate you taking the time to answer them. And
thank you.
The next step will be in me writing up a story and sending it to you for your review to make sure that I fully understood everything that you had said.
Thanks so much, Greg. I really appreciate you reaching out to me repeatedly. I know I was busy. I'm so sorry. Thank you again. And thanks for this.
Sure.
I appreciate it.
No problem. Are you taking new clients?
I am, yes.
Okay, super. Do you have a cost that the businesses pay typically? Is it like a monthly fee or is it a project basis?
So it does depend on what services you want to sign up for.
Okay.
So usually I do recommend a consultation.
Okay, very good. Thank you again.
Perfect.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I had the opportunity to interview Alessia Silvestri, the founder of Fortel Consulting, about search engine optimization. As Alessia explained, SEO is not just about keywords. It involves a mix of technical factors, high-quality content, and building credibility through online directories and backlinks from other reputable websites. The good news is there are several simple things small business owners can do right now to improve their visibility in search engines. First, make sure you have a completed and optimized Google My Business profile. Those include photos, videos, accurate contact information, and responding promptly to customer reviews. Post regular updates to your profile to show that your business is active and engaged. Second, create helpful content on your website that answers common questions your customers may have. Focus on being useful and authentic. That kind of content not only helps with search rankings, but also positions your business as a trusted expert. Third, take advantage of free directory listings like Bing Places, Apple Maps, Yelp, and even your local Chamber of Commerce. Being listed in multiple online places gives Google more reasons to trust your business and helps your customers find you more easily. I will also note that businesses can elevate their search rankings by being featured on podcasts like The Workamper Show. It gives the company greater visibility and improves their authority because not every business is featured on podcasts. Finally, if you are unsure about where to start or want to take your digital marketing to the next level, you can always reach out to Alessia directly by visiting www.foretelconsult.com. Today's episode was sponsored by Workamper News. Much more than just a job listing website, when you put the tools of this professional service into action, you'll find out just how easy it can be to turn your workcamping dreams into reality. A Workamper membership opens the door to a one-stop shop for all things workcamping. Being the original resource for workcamping, you'll find the largest number of job listings, be able to connect with a community of workcampers, and view resources compiled by experts who've been enjoying the RV lifestyle for many years. If you're serious about leading a successful and enjoyable workcamping lifestyle, then membership is for you. Join today at www.workamper.com. Embark on new adventures today with the support of Workamper News behind you. That's all for this week's show. Next time I'll be speaking with two gentlemen who are experts in RV solar solutions about how solar power can change your RVing experience. I'll have that interview on the next episode of The Workamper Show. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the final weeks of the summer of 2025.